Greetings, my beautiful lovelies, it's Emmy and welcome back. Today's video is sponsored by Bright Cellars, a monthly wine club that matches you with wines that suit your taste. Take a 7-question quiz and wines will be matched to your taste preferences. There's no need even to go to the store. The wines will be delivered right to your doorstep. And if for any reason you're not happy with a bottle of wine, the concierge team will replace it in your next box. So besides getting wines that are tailored to my taste preferences, what I really like about Bright Cellars is they include these cards. These cards contain so much information about each bottle of wine. So I received Super Genre, Mojave Rain, Drosera, I love that card, Double Century, Vanishing Act, and Tolman. And on the back, it gives you some information about the wine as well. So with each box, you can save these cards for future reference. If you'd like to try Bright Cellars for yourself, click the link down below to receive 50% off your first box of 6 bottles of wine. Big thanks to Bright Cellars for their continued support and for sponsoring this video. So this month's box both included reds and white, and I have Tolman, which is a 2019 white blend. I think I'm going to give this one a taste. Cheers. Ooh, it's a pretty full-bodied wine. It definitely has a big mouthfeel and texture. It's almost kind of thick. It's not that dry. It's a little bit sweet, and it tastes slightly lemony, which I think is going to go really well with what I'm making today. Today, I'm going to be making deep-fried Funyuns. Now this came to me in a dream. I kid you not. I woke up thinking, did I make that or did I dream that? I dreamt these. I dreamt that I was deep frying Funyuns. So I'm here to make that dream a reality today. Because what happens when you deep fry Funyuns? Funyuns are these little deep fried corn onion snacks that I remember the first time I had, I was probably 6, and it was just a revelation to me. And I've only had these a handful of times my entire life, and each time I'm just kind of marveled by them because they're so funny and odd. And today I'm going to be deep frying them because. So in the UK, there are lots of onion flavored snacks, so I don't think it's so strange there. But around here in the US, you don't see too many onion flavored specific things except sour cream and onion chips. But Funyuns are specifically supposed to be onion flavored snacks. So funny. Look at them. Aren't they great? So they look like onion rings. I don't think the packaging has changed since I was a child. Let's give them a taste. Super salty, oh my gosh. Big crunch, super salty, gosh. I don't remember them being that salty. A nice kind of corn-based flavor and lots of onion powder. Apparently, I think a lot about food. I even dream about food. So let's go ahead and make this dream a reality and deep fry some Funyuns. Behind me, I have my peanut oil heating up to 375 degrees. The recipe I'm going to be using for the batter of the onion rings or Funyun rings is going to come from this book, The Food Lab, written by Kenji Lopez Alt. Love Kenji. All the recipes I've tried, he's never led me astray. Well tested, unconventional methodology, and just great food. So I'm going to be making his onion ring recipe. I've never tried this one before, so let's go ahead and try it. So I've got this bookmarked. So this batter is quite interesting because it contains vodka. Isn't that interesting? So in a large bowl, we're going to combine our dry ingredients. I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, ½ cup of cornstarch, whisk that a bit, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we're going to add a ½ teaspoon of paprika. Whoa! Kosher salt. Kenji doesn't say how much, so I'm going to do that much. Whisk that together. So in a small bowl, I'm going to combine 1/4 cup of vodka and 3/4 cup of a light flavored beer. To that. Now we're going to combine our wet to our dry. Now we don't want to over mix this. Kenji says that a few lumps are a-okay. Let's fry some Funyuns. Meanwhile, I have a baking tray with some paper underneath. So our oil is just about to temperature here. So I'm gonna take my Funyuns, dip them into the batter, drip off any excess, and here we go. And immediately they float, not surprisingly, because they're already fried. So crazy. Okay, so we're just gonna flip those. I can already feel how crispy they are. Okay, that is beautiful and done. So I'm gonna put that on a rack here. And because I'm not totally insane, let's go ahead and cook some real onion rings while we're at it. Because we have this beautiful batter, right? Here we go. Now, of course, Kenji has a tried and true technique of actually freezing the onion rings so you don't get the onion ring worm, you know, when you bite into the onion ring and half the onion comes out. That is no dice in the Kenji Lopez alt world. So he recommends freezing the onions after you cut them into rings for 1 hour. And that will break down the kind of cellular membrane that causes the onion ringworm. And then you thaw them out under some warm water. Of course, I did not read the directions thoroughly, so I don't have the onion rings prepared in that way. But he did say the membrane was the culprit to the dreaded onion worm. And so what I did is I went ahead and removed that thin membrane before, you know, frying. So we'll see if that solves the onion worm problem. Oh, these are gonna be delicious. I can already tell. Look at that. Ooh, so excited. I love onion rings. I love them. I also love French fries though, so it's always kind of a toss-up for me. If they can give me the option of half French fries, half onion rings, sold. Alrighty, my beautiful lovelies, my onions are complete. I have my traditional onion rings, and I also have my deep fried Funyuns. Itadakimasu! Huh. Mmm. It tastes like a lot of breading. I don't even taste the Funyun anymore. The Funyun becomes one with the breading, which is amazing. Could you hear that big crunch? Light while simultaneously being big and crunchy and substantial and not soggy. But what happens is that the Funyun itself kind of just blends into the batter. And it just tastes salty. I don't really taste much of the onion flavor at all. The batter is crisp, but look, you can't even see the Funyun anymore. There is an extra bit of a kind of crunchy interior, but you don't really taste the oniony flavor anymore. It just becomes kind of deep fried batter. Although it does still have that delightful appeal of freshly deep fried food, I can't taste the Funyun in there. It's like an onion ring without the onion. All right, let's try the real deal, which looks amazing. We have a thin enough batter that we can see the onion inside. It's not so thick and heavy. It looks golden and it's crisp. Listen, and I haven't even eaten this. All right, here we go. Delicious. Once again, Kenji does not disappoint. Absolutely delicious, wonderfully crunchy, not at all soggy. I don't have an onion worm, so you can avoid the onion worm, which is that when you bite into the onion and it kind of worms out, by either using Kenji's technique of freezing the onion or removing that really thin transparent membrane inside, which I have to admit is tedious, but it does prevent that kind of stringy like denuding of the onion ring, which is really kind of bothersome. This is delicious. Mmm. The onion is sweet, the outside is crunchy. It's all deep fried in oil. It's just delicious. Hits the spot. I think for me, this officially means summer has begun. Alrighty, my beautiful lovelies, thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Big thanks to Bright Cellars for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to receive 50% off your first box of 6 bottles of wine, click the link down below, take the 7-question test, and get started. Thanks again for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope you guys learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media, like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye! Like, I don't wear jewelry, but like onion ring earrings, I would totally rock.